or under with Dr. J. The show provides solutions to any of your personal or work-related problems in under 5 minutes. We guarantee you will discover a new aspect of yourself, and you'll see others in a whole new light. To gain this insight, write your questions to jerlik05@gmail.com. If your question is chosen for a show topic, you will receive a free test, a free profile from jerlik.com, the most precise personality profile on the market.
This is Dr. J with jerlik.com. Today we're going to take a question from John in Los Angeles, who asks, how do I turn negative feelings into positive actions? Well, first of all, I want us to realize that this is like dealing with chemicals in a way. Folks, when you take a recipe, you don't just take random stuff out, throw it in a pot, and then put heat to it and hope and pray you're going to get something good to eat. In a sense that negative produces negative and positive produces positive, and it's very rarely that we get one from the other. So this is a world of order. That's the first thing we have to realize. That I was talking to a consultant today, and he says, I'm a change maker. He says, I like to create things, but he says, I like to do it knowing that it makes logical, rational sense first, and then I devise the processes, and which is the formula, folks, and then I begin to put it into motion. So let's take this and apply it to turning negative feelings into positives. Now, first of all, what drives everything in the human being are thoughts. Feelings follow thoughts, and usually not the other way around. So if we're having negative feelings, our thoughts are usually on self, and not obviously in a positive way. So the first thing to do is we can obviously change thoughts, but we don't have to necessarily wait for that. That is definitely one way to do it. That's why also people say we need to meditate to get our minds off of the negative feelings and the negative thoughts. But we can also pick something to do, because usually if somebody is feeling bad, they're feeling sorry for themselves, and they usually become more logy, more depressed, and don't want to do anything. So let's begin with, wow, you ever get the idea that maybe I'll pick a positive thing to do? I don't feel like doing it. I don't want to do it. I don't feel like I have the energy to do it, but I know I should. Well, we can take a should even and turn it into a positive chemical, so to speak, by actually forcing myself to do it. Now, with the idea that it is a good thing, I admit it's a good thing, my mind accepts it's a good thing, and I start doing it, and I make a little bit of a shift, like a shifting in a car. And that is, I focus on the goodness of that thing, that maybe it's a task, maybe it's helping someone. Whatever it is I do, I start focusing on what I'm doing, who am I helping, and what am I doing that makes this a good act. And as I focus on that, little by little by little, the mind begins to change. Little by little, it gets off of self. It's not a magical thing. It may feel like a magical thing, but folks, you are really in charge. The mind is the general of the body. All the body takes its orders from the mind. And in this manner, you're committing an act that signals to the general, we're gonna try a different strategy. And that strategy is, I'm going to do something good, something that makes someone's life positive. It may be helping a move, maybe helping whatever, but while I do that, I'm then going to focus on that person. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a relative. And I'm going to find out what the good things are happening in their life. I'm going to build them up. I'm going to do whatever I do. And in the process, you begin to think good thoughts, you begin to say good things out of your mouth, and from that begins to make a transition. Your body begins to follow, the emotions begin to follow. All of a sudden, if you felt somewhat depressed, and chances are, if you've been negative for a while, you get down. You have less energy. Now all of a sudden my energy is starting to creep up. A lot of people think this is magical, but it's not. It's magical because a general has decided on a new strategy, and the general is you. It's using your mind to control your body and not the other way around. So, folks, I want you to do more of that, and I want you to even focus more on how, and not even how, but making your mind more positive by taking the time to focus, meditate, and think about positive things in your life. You're going to see that when you do that, your energy will increase, and you will take the actions that begin to turn your life around doing positive stuff. Good to hear from you, John, in Los Angeles. Put it into practice. Thank you.